Oh no,
Let's
the
make
artists
music,
are
guys.
starting.
Let's go.
This will be the intro.
Radio Turku. Suomen Turku.
And welcome everyone to this very special episode of Radio Turku, because today is my last recording for this podcast, and so a bit of emotion. And also it's a special episode because it's the first time that we have the two same guests coming to an episode. We already had recurring guests because the mic didn't work. But now you are here because it worked well last time, and I hope you had fun. And you are here to promote a new version of Kivipaino that we are going to discuss later. But
yes.
just to give you the context, my name is Noemi, and so this will be my last time on the mic. And with me there is
Simon, the same as usual. And since it's a very special episode and doubly special, I have a gift for Noemi.
Is it a pozanka, I hope?
No, it's edible.
Oh,
This is for you
okay.
because it's your last episode with us.
It's perfect because I told my boyfriend that I wanted to make him try this.
Oh,
so
well,
it's
Easter
perfect
eggs.
timing.
Easter eggs, yeah.
Because it's
pun non
Easter.
intended.
Thank you, Simon.
Yes, because you have been very special to Radio Turku since you created it, and been doing most of the episode, if not almost all of them, except a couple of them. So thank you so much, Noemi. You're the best,
Thank you.
and
Thank you,
you
Simon.
will be missed in this podcast.
Thank you, Simon, for these sweet words, and we hope to hear your voice in the future with Radio Turku. Discussions are currently going on. We hope this podcast will continue. So,
But today it's
Yeah.
so doubly special episode because it's the last of Noemi, and it's we are seeing again the guys from Kivipaino that we had once before. One of them is 5 person in one, and the other is a cactus. So welcome again, guys.
Thank you. Good to be back.
could you introduce yourself briefly for people who did not listen to the first episode where you were here, which is a scandal?
Okay, so hello. I am Vilho, all 5, and I am here due to Kivipaino happening once again. This time a little bit different variation, we are also celebrating the special episode here.
Yeah, and my name is Zikiwiki, and I've been listening to Radio Turku for a long time now, and your voices are so familiar, so
Oh,
it's great
Wow.
to be in the last episode and honored to be here. And I've been making events in Turku for a long time, and now we have slowly found a great team with Kivipaino Posse, and we are doing this time the Kivipaino event in the Konserttitalo of Turku, and we are really excited about that place.
okay. Just for people who have never heard of Kivipaino before, could you explain the concept briefly to people, and could you define what posse is, because I had to Google it.
Okay, so Kivipaino started. Was it a year ago? About a year ago. Yes.
Yeah, a year ago.
We got this old warehouse through city of Turku, and that place's actual name was Kivipaino, and we did 1 month pop-up nightclub there, with raves happening throughout the weekends, and then after the summer we rented again, but this time we just rented straight from the people owning it, and that was the original Kivipaino. Now, sadly, that place won't be used for events anymore due to all the noise problems and stuff like that.
Too loud.
Too loud, and neighbors didn't like it. But our spirits live on, and we keep doing the same kind of stuff. These pop-up events, pop-up clubs, but in different variations of places.
Yeah, that's one of the first thing that I thought is like you guys are clearly keeping the name of Kivipaino, even if originally it was the place. So now it's your well-defined identity, right? Like, I mean, it's gonna be Kivipaino even if it's not happening in the Kivipaino place anymore.
Yeah, in some form at least. We were thinking to change it like to the next place. Should we change the Instagram name and stuff? But then we just thought that this is where people know us, and anyway, like a Kivipaino is it's where we started. So
Yeah. And there's no like copyright or anything on this name, so you can
No.
use it. Yeah.
No.
No, and then did I check the copyright? I saw the eyes like.
yeah. But during this year, when we have been like without a place, we have been searching, and also the city has been really helpful. They've also tried to help us to find a place and recommended some places. So it's really nice that the Turku city is like involved, and I think like after Corona, you can see that this techno culture or electronic music, konemusiikki culture is like more out there than it was more about the clubs before Corona, and it's really nice to see that the city is jumping into it also to this wave of electronic music.
Yeah.
So
We were
cool that they're
searching.
supporting.
We were searching like for a place like for 1 year now, and we had like 2 places that were very, very good candidates to take, but unfortunately one of them we had to build a door there if we wanted to make events there, because there was no escape door, and the other one was like underneath the city, like a parking hall, like a huge parking hall. But then we found out that if you bring AV cars inside, they might explode. You know, these electric cars, there's always possibility of that.
Ah,
You know, so
Good to know.
that's why we couldn't have the event in the parking lot also.
that's too bad because
Yeah.
underground parking lot, like it
Yeah.
sounds like perfect for your kind of
Rave
events.
It's perfect. It's
Exactly.
perfect. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But
So
all right. Yeah.
for today, I prepared a very short game because
Okay.
I was checking for news to prepare a game, and it led me to another game because I read Iltalehti news, and really I was laughing too much, and I have 4 news from Iltalehti or not. The game is called Iltalehti titles, true or false. So, for those who don't know Iltalehti, can the Finns explain to us what it is?
It's this magazine that posts kind of everything. I think it's not like these.
It's a
Well, what is
newspaper,
like,
right?
it's newspaper, but
Yeah.
it's not like Helsingin Sanomat or that, but it's also not to the other side like gossips. It's somewhere in between.
Oh, really? I thought it's just news, just like Helsinki.
Yeah,
No, I guess they really want to just clickbait people,
Yeah.
but like with paper.
yeah, but still,
Yeah.
like the news are like
It works now.
professional. Well, we'll see if they are.
You will decide. So every time you guess right, you have a point, and maybe you can win an egg. That could be the
Oh.
prize of
Yeah,
the day
cool.
if you like them.
Yeah.
So let's start for the listeners also. Can you guess if this title is real or not? Wild bears. It was not supposed to happen so often in Kotka, not in the opinion of Mintu. Wild bears. It was not supposed to happen so often in Kotka, not in the opinion of Mintu.
Okay.
This is the headliner. you
Yeah,
mean?
headline. Is it true or false?
It sounds like I could completely imagine it.
I say no. I just say no.
I think
I don't
think
watch
it is.
eyes. To not give info.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, but Kotka is like a bit remote, right? I mean, it's
It might be, but I don't feel like there's bears. I don't know really,
Oh.
but I don't feel like that. Just
But I think
Too
there
sad.
might be like few, and Minto is like
Who is
upset
Minto?
about it. But
yeah. Maybe actually she said it was not supposed to happen because they are not
Yeah.
expecting to see bears.
yeah,
I think they should read at least like asiantuntija or someone professional Mintu says this. Some random Mintu there just doesn't sound real also.
So is it true or false?
True.
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 Oh, I go false.
It's false. I
Ah,
invented it.
nice.
There's no Mintu complaining about bears.
Well, I
Kotka
mean,
is a Finnish city, in case
Yes.
you want to visit.
there might be a Mintu complaining in Kotka,
Who
but
knows? Who knows? Now I have a second one. Leena's husband has a collection of more than 20,000 calendars. I can't miss a birthday or name celebration. Leena's husband has a collection of more than 20,000 calendars. Quote, I can't miss a birthday or name celebration.
You know, since I've been in Finland, I have met the more people who are collectors than anywhere else. You know, people collecting anything. So I would say
it's
true. Like, yeah, someone who collects calendars, maybe. Why not?
Yeah, I would say true also. I haven't seen this post, but I have for sure seen type of post like this, like people collecting weird stuff and getting into news.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I would group pressure. I'll just go with yes also.
This is Forza invented it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm getting better at this game.
Yeah, so I guess we can say that Noemi now has been living
Yeah.
long enough in Finland that she can make a plausible news.
I read a lot of Iltalehti. Okay, third one, we have two left. This is how Stub president beat the professor who beat him.
Beat him.
No,
This is how Stub president, so the president of Finland, beat the professor who beat him.
Yeah, but like beat, not physically. Like beat.
I leave you the benefit of the
Yeah,
doubt.
no. Stub is not a violent
So
person.
what is it in Finnish like when the
I cannot. I don't have the Finnish version. I badly translated.
Okay.
But it may no. I not.
No. Yeah, okay, it's true.
yeah,
This is true.
it can't be 3 falses in a row.
It's true. It was he
Yeah.
beat him at a debate.
Yeah.
But it's so catchy. The headline is
Yeah.
written in a way that is like they fought physically.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, this is I guess people are working hard to make all these headlines super catchy. That's their
Yeah.
job. Like they want to sell a lot of magazine.
Yeah. I removed all the ones with crimes because it was a bit too depressing, but I kept the best for the end. VR, which is the trains in Finland, gave false information. This is the raw truth about cut sausages.
About what?
Which is it?
Sausages?
Yeah, I cannot.
About cat sausages? That's what I heard.
VR gave false information. This is the raw truth about cat sausages.
No, that's false.
This time you can go first.
True or false?
I'm gonna go with false because I'm not sure what the ending was actually. I'm not-
Cat, I
this
heard
is the
cat.
raw truth about sausages that were cut.
Sausages.
Sausages.
Cut
Cut sausages.
sausages. I heard cat.
I'll go with false because it just sounds so weird.
Yeah, it's like very random.
Yeah, what could be the
I
raw
specified that no ChatGPT was used. I invented everything myself or took it from Iltalehti.
It's false.
It's true.
It's true.
What? Oh my god, those people have nothing else to
I
do.
just took like a bit of this article. There is an entire article about Janne complaining about his trip by train where he bought 3 sausages mug for himself and his children, and all the top of the sausages were cut. Like,
Yeah, so yeah, those people
That's
have
a
nothing.
headliner.
Yeah,
yeah, that was
Front
really.
page.
I got so much fun when I was reading.
they are
them.
paid to write these kind of things. They should spend their time going to Kivipaino parties instead
Yeah.
of.
But
instead of
why was
writing.
why was I reading these news? Because I wanted to prepare you a little game about general news, and I will make it much shorter because I found this one instead. But I will just have one news, and the idea of this game is that you try to complete the missing information. So, for instance, if I say the news is some people found a new game to play, what is the game? And everyone has to guess what's the game.
Okay.
So it's a game that I totally stole from the Floodcast, which is one of the most popular French podcasts in France. So this is the news from Finland. Elina Sjöblom, it's Swedish, so I don't know how to pronounce. Sjöblom. Elina Sjöblom is the head teacher of a very special Finnish college. What is it?
The college.
Yeah, the college.
Do you want a name?
She is a teacher in a very special
college.
Finnish
Haga
college.
University.
No, you need to guess what this college is and what she teaches there.
The college. What is
Yeah.
it?
What is the college and what does Elina teach there?
Is it for humans?
It's for humans.
Yeah.
You can ask questions.
Because that could have been like dog college or something. Like I
No,
wouldn't
it's
have been
for
surprised.
human beings. It's a college for human beings, and Elina is teacher there.
Elena sounds like she is teaching like gardening.
Actually, there's a connection with gardening.
Okay.
If this gives a clue.
Very special college, like you mean for kids, like for
No,
Biology.
it's for mostly. I
Adults.
think it's adults only.
Maybe then biology.
Biology.
Yeah.
There is a bit of nature, but it's not
is
biology.
it like some kind of työväenopisto?
No,
Okay.
Meditation.
I'm pretty sure there are some kind of stuff like this inside. Think what could be so popular that people create a college of it, and that they are teachers, and even in Finland they create a school for this. You need to ask me more questions.
Is it? Does it have anything to do with a work of fiction?
Yeah,
Harry Potter?
it's very connected to Harry Potter in some way.
But nature version of Harry Potter.
Yeah, like
What?
gardening.
Lord of the Rings. Does it have something to
No, nature, Harry Potter. What's the connection?
Yeah, I
Is it
wouldn't-
just
Gardening.
like potions?
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
So
Witchcraft.
it's a school. Yeah, it's a school of witchcraft.
Witchcraft
really?
in
Yeah.
Finland.
Wow.
So
sounds
thanks
weird.
to Ilta,
Oh my
I
god.
discovered that there is a school of witchcraft
Where?
in Finland. I didn't check the.
I
city.
want to sign.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
get
yeah,
like
yeah.
a
But
degree
you
from
can
that.
check the CV of Elina Sjöblom, and she's teaching then potion and witchcraft at the School of Witchcraft of Finland, which leads me to this question: what's your relationship with supernatural or fantastic in general? Because I feel that one theme that you discussed a lot last time when you came is that you like to create an identity for your parties in general. You always have a universe, a sort of a parallel world where people enter when they come to the party. So what's your personal relationship with fantastic, supernatural?
That's a great question.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm kind of boring and neutral with that one. I haven't like seen anything or like felt anything like that, but until it's proven that nothing like that is real, I'm not like putting it away. But I'm like straight in the middle. I haven't felt or seen anything, but I still think it's possible.
Okay, actually, you're the first person I hear who says this.
Yeah.
Because usually people are very polarized, like
Yeah.
or everything or nothing. So you're. I think it's the smartest position. in the end.
Open-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like Malcolm in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about Simo or Ziki?
My opinion is like I could talk about this subject for a really long time.
Yeah, I was feeling.
But in the end, what I think, like to shorten it and not to go to like beliefs or so much, but in the short term, I just believe that our brains is like the thing that is taking any information from our senses, what we have. This is like even like true. So in the sense like anything that is true is what I believe is kind of true. You know, if your brain is looking for a meal, if you're a hunter and you're looking for a meal, you'll find a meal, you know, what your brain is looking for. So if you are looking for supernaturality, you'll see it. And especially like in the substances, if you are like on substances or you're drunk, you know, you might
See things.
like I don't really believe in it because I think that I need to have like a proof that is like not just subjective but objective truth that is true without like regardless what I believe, it needs to be true. That's what I believe. And but when we do these events, we take like from mythology or from like any kind of spirituality, like these kind of themes. It's really nice to when you go to this party. It's anyway like a kind of escape. you escape your regular life. You can't, for example, use your phone sometimes, or that's what we try to do, that you can't use it so much. And you know, we have some rules just because, so it's like it makes you believe in that world more where you're going, you know. It's a dark place sometimes, or the other stage is really bright and fairy tale, and the other one is underground, and like heaven and hell. You could describe it like that also if you see it like that, if you're looking for that, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, actually, with the kind of events that you do, the party, the rave, there is something a bit supernatural about it, because it's, you know, it's exactly like the shamans who get into trance when they repeat like a prayer and they get into a trance or something. I feel exactly the same thing when I go to a concert or a rave or something. So do you feel like shamans?
Definitely, definitely. Shaman is like a role model, like the main artist, for example.
So in a way, you do believe in supernatural, because
it's just
in
our
that
brains.
in that sense,
it's not supernatural when we can explain what is it in our brain, what happens when the rhythm is like boom, boom, boom. We know immediately, like the techno beat goes with the heartbeat, kind of. You know, your heart starts to pound, and you know what happens in your body and brain. So I don't see that it's supernatural means that it's not natural. It's out of the natural world, you know.
Yeah, it's a reaction of your brain in the end to rhythm,
but
to
I mean,
music.
even if you can explain it to me, since the feeling is similar, then it's kind of connected. Even if you can explain it, I mean, I don't know. There's a connection for me.
What's your own relationship
exactly for you?
Me. Oh, me. I've done crazy shit. I used to have connections with people who are very much into that, and I kind of participated in things.
I'm learning stuff also. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I have these experiences when you talk to the dead, or like you see ghosts or such. And then again, I'm a bit like Vilho on that one. I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe my brain 100% created what I experienced, and I'm fine with it. Or maybe something happened that we cannot explain it. Like, I'm fine with both. What matters to me is the experience itself. You know, like, no matter if it's really was a ghost, or if my brain 100% saw light and interpreted it as a ghost or something. What matters is what I took from it, and if it did something to me, and what was it, and you know, as long as it didn't turn me into an evil person. But you know.
that is very interesting. But I feel like that's really good that you see it like that. It's true for you. I myself, I'm very much more interested. What is the truth without me? Like, the world is spinning even if I'm not here. You know, that's kind of facts. If you agree to that, you know. But you know, or it's like a round. Let's say it's not flat, but the world is flat, even though I believe it or not, doesn't really matter. You know? Same with this stuff. Like, but there is some personal truths, you know, that is good to have and good to acknowledge, definitely. Yeah. But it is nice, like in these events, I would like to bring out more of this, like have like, you know, you have maybe been in this dance, hypnotic dance. I don't know what is it called. In Turku, there was this event even where they dance.
Ecstatic dance.
Ecstatic dance, yeah. When you dance for a while, you can't talk in the event. Okay. You can't talk at all when the event starts. And you just have to dance a little bit slowly. And the music is really slow, like really calm. Most people close their eyes. And before the dance starts, people sit in a circle for a while. And when the music starts to go higher, it's just really different energy because of how we went to it, you know. So I would like to bring more of these religious symbols sometimes into the parties, but...
I had never heard of it. Okay, super interesting.
Kasviskaidas is doing this kind of event, and they are going to do one of these events in a week, I think. Ecstatic dance, if the episode will be out.
It will be in May, sadly.
Oh, nice.
I mean, the episode will be published in May, so most likely too late. But
stay tuned. Stay tuned. They organize this every once in a while.
Yeah. Your positions are super interesting to me because I completely not believe in everything supernatural. And that's why, for instance, I enjoy a lot horror movies with ghosts and this kind of stuff, because I know they don't exist, and so it's like, ha ha ha, it's scary. For instance, psychopath in movies for me is horrible. Like, I'm like,
Yeah, because they are real, like
and
they
it's
exist.
always women who die, so I'm also like feeling a bit scared. But I like this idea that it's always, at least for me, fantastic was a great way to escape the world when it was too harsh, and even violence in fantastic, you can always distance yourself from it. So I like when it comes into also events in person. For instance, I was a big fan of conventions in France with cosplays, this kind of, or you go in a setting, these kind of things. I think that's one thing that I really liked in your events. You had, for instance, also the Halloween party, where you created an atmosphere that was a bit scary with costumes, etc. So for people who have never been to an event of Kivipaino, could you distinguish the previous events to the future ones? What do you want to change or to make evolve in the future events?
Well, for this next one that is confirmed about Konserttitalo, this will be our first like a different kind of event, because it's only like one weekend, so it's 2 nights only, as Kivipaino has been like 2 times 1 month long thing. So now we are like really, in this next one we are like really like doing everything we can in like to get everything done in the 2 days. Like it will be the 2 days that you don't want to miss, and the artists will be big, and like we have such a crazy ideas, and I feel like it's gonna be like one of the weekends that you don't want to miss. But then after that we are planning again. Of course, we are looking some of the new places, and we have some possible places already. So if we are gonna do like more like these longer versions, like 1 month, 2 months, then I think we will do it. Like Kivipaino worked perfectly, but we will like see what the place has to say for us. Like depends. Like if we would have done the parking lot, it would be like way different than Kivipaino. And we will do what fits in the place, and see about the lightings and all the like possible windows and everything that we can do. Like Kivipaino, we had this, because it was old warehouse, we had this what is betonimylly?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah.
things,
Construction
the-
stuff, and
cement.
we had car there and all this rough stuff. But if we are going to some cleaner place, then we will like skip those.
Konserttitalo,
And,
it's,
so of course, like we will do stuff that fits there, and then same on the future projects. But
yeah, it's difficult to appropriate yourself the space, because Konserttitalo, it's like clean, like bright space. So
yeah, like classical music.
Definitely.
yeah, I would not expect a rave inside. So maybe I
And
would
actually, yeah,
maybe a mix of
I've been to Konserttitalo before, and from what I can remember of like how the place is made, I struggle to understand how are you going to organize this. Like, do you want to reveal, or is it a surprise? Because for me, like the maybe I misremember, but the way the place is, it's hard for me to imagine a rave in there.
Yeah.
I understand. It doesn't really go with our we all have some kind of vision of the place, like of the whole concept of Kivipaino, what we are. Like I see ourselves more like as for example, like people who rent old factories, and make old school rave style raves there. And I would like to see one place where there is a chimney. That would be really nice. And when you are in city, you could see that chimney is like smoke is coming when it's open.
Like the Pope. right now. When
Yeah.
they
Like the Pope,
elect
exactly right.
the Pope.
If it's smoke,
If there's smoke,
if it's
there's Kivi Paino.
yeah,
Rest
if
in
it's a
peace,
black
François.
one, then it's techno.
Yeah.
If it's white one, it's house.
Oh, this is so funny.
Nice.
Yeah, or something, like, and then you come inside and you see someone like working clothes, and they are throwing like rocks inside the fire. That would be cool.
I love that you always
Yeah.
start with a very specific image and then the
You
concept
expand.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when it comes to these concert halls, sure, it's nothing like that, and it's not like our brand book would go with that in line. But when the city gives us this place, we're not gonna be like, no, this is not our style. We're
Yeah.
gonna make it our style.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
challenge in the end because
Yeah,
it's a bit
definitely.
the opposite style of music.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was
Go
just
ahead.
thinking that actually they are building a new one, right?
Yeah, and that's something also we wanted to talk
yeah.
about. Yeah.
But what I was more thinking about is like if they are building a new one, it means that in a year or two, the current one will be either abandoned or destroyed.
No, abandon? I think
Well,
they want to keep both. Huh?
Whatever they will do, it will not be a Konserttitalo
Okay,
anymore.
no more.
So yeah, I want to like,
Last,
maybe
last.
would be a nice place for you. Maybe
Yeah.
again when it's
Yeah, definitely. Maybe Wilho can say more because I'm not
Ah.
exactly sure what we can say. For example, I would love to tell about the artists we are bringing this time, like the locals and the outsiders. But we haven't put the lineup out
Yeah.
yet, so we can't really discuss who is coming exactly.
You cannot talk about the artist, but maybe you can present the team or how it evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the theme, for me it's like, yeah, of course, like rave doesn't fit into Konserttitalo, but I think that's the beauty of it. Like people are normally going there for like glasses of champagne and
yeah.
with the jackets and stuff like that, and now that it turns into this like rave project for one weekend, it like for sure people will talk about it. And when I have talked to other places also that I'm like connecting like for the future places, people are saying, well, of course you can come here if you can get the rave to Konserttitalo and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's like people are like, no way that's possible. So that's like the beauty of it for me. Like I don't think no one saw this coming, like especially after like the last Kivi Paino, that this would be the next one.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
this also like keeps people like exciting that what will happen next and what will happen there, and that's why I don't want to
Share
tell too much. Well, of course, about the artists we can't tell yet because we haven't like released the lineup. But I wouldn't want to talk a lot about it anyways, because it's like same as Kivi Paino. I can tell you that we will have like no photo policy again, so people will have to come there and see it and experience it for themselves. I don't want to jinx anything or tell anything.
Yeah, sure.
Like so people can have the jaw dropping
Yeah.
effect when they come in there.
Yeah.
No selfies during
Yeah.
the...
Yeah. But we can say that like the Konserttitalo is moving to Fuga, the new house in the by the river, and the orchestra that is working there, and they are also moving to the new one, and the workers, everyone is moving there. This much we know, and I think maybe they said something. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, or they said something that someone is gonna rent it afterwards. Probably.
Okay, so they're not gonna destroy the building.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
I
it's
don't
not
think
gonna
so.
be destroyed, or at least for now, it's not in plans to be destroyed. But there are like
The purpose is not clear still.
Okay.
there are like some people are in talks to buy the place, but
Okay.
But that's like, I think that's still in talks and stuff like that. But
okay.
yeah, I have no idea what will happen to the place. Like it won't be demolished, but I don't know what will like what kind of stuff will happen in there.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm really wondering right now, maybe you don't have the right to say it or anything, but can the seats be removed? Or are they like glued to the... No, I guess, no. No,
You're
forget it.
asking too much
Yeah,
spoilers.
I feel like this is going to be part of the project or something. Okay.
Yeah, actually, it's so
Was the
exciting.
first question what we had immediately when we saw the place was the first question what we had.
Yeah, because, I mean, to me, they seemed like they are riveted to the floor.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Food for thought. What
Yeah.
are they gonna do with this?
Yeah. But to tell you about our team, I want to talk about them also and tell to them like that we have a really nice team and like be grateful for them that we have like a sound team, we have a light team, Riku and Eetu, and they are very good with the lights, and also like then we have this guy Jukka who is like a crazy scientist guy.
Shaman
Yeah.
of sound.
Another
Yeah.
shaman then.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we have like decoration team. They are like switching sometimes who is there, but it's always nice that we get from decoration help. Also, it's always usually I'm the one who is like more responsible of the decoration. It's really hard to decide who I want to bring to help the decoration because I don't want anyone to see the decorations before they come
I
inside.
thought you would say I'm so picky that they need to do exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, do I want this person to see the place? Are they like,
okay,
it's
the
kind of
secret
yeah.
matters more.
But many people want to help in Turku and make it like nice, which is really nice. It's a really good community in Turku.
yeah,
Yeah.
actually, recently, like I work for the university, and there was a new researcher who came to me and was like, "Oh, do you know if there is like a trance or house scene in Turku where I can go party?" I was like, "I know the right place. They will come back."
Yeah.
Do you know if you will be able to go as wild as you want when it comes to sound system? What got you kicked out of Kivipaino actually? Because
But the old warehouse in Kivipaino, it's in the middle of Centrum,
Yeah.
so and there is like no sound installations.
okay.
And the sound is like there is cracks you can see like outside
Oh, yeah,
from
yeah.
some homes.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah, I imagine Konserttitalo is a bit
bit better. Yeah.
better isolated for that. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. So I guess you can go.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
go
You-
anyway.
You can go loud. Yeah. I mean,
And the biggest problem in Kivipaino was that it was this front yard. That was like buildings all around it. So when the bass went outside from the building, it started like circling in the
Yeah.
like middle of the houses, and that bass became the problem. But
okay.
also Konserttitalo, well, it doesn't have houses that where like people are living so close, but it opens up so the sound can go like free.
Yeah. Even there is
Okay.
car road that kind of takes the sound away. It's a big car road, so
And no holes in the walls. That's like the
Yeah,
main
that's
thing.
And you have a even bigger space compared to last time, and I know so you spend time on the setting, on the lights, but have you considered adding other kind of art forms? So for instance, you had some projections on the wall, but would you consider adding, I don't know, paintings or dancers or this kind of other things that could add to the show?
yeah, sure. Like even like circus would be really nice.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh yeah.
we are always like asking around if it happens that they are free and they can come for sure. And it would be really nice to incorporate this exhibition style what museums nowadays have, where you go and you immerse yourself in some visual or some room that is just with couple lights, very simple stuff. We are experimenting with that and learning. Like in that one, we are not professional yet, and we don't have the right guy exactly who is. We have the right guys to do it, but yeah, I mean it's still in process. Yeah,
But it's good because it means that local artists could also, who are listening, who knows, could be interested in contacting you with like, oh, okay, I don't know, I specialize in this kind of circus or I paint stuff. Can I bring it and collaborate in some way? So I like that your project is also open to more collaborations in general.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. We'd love to hear like from people who wants to be part like in any ways. We just actually put this forms link on our social, like I think it was like 2 days ago, where you can like sign up and tell us what you want to do.
Oh, so cool.
So
yeah.
then we can see them and we can see if there's something really interesting and get in touch with them.
There was like questions like DJ. You can select: are you DJ? Are you someone who makes art, dancer,
Okay.
or other?
We know a lot of people in theater.
Really?
If
Yes.
you're
Yeah, nice. Maybe I'll send you
Performers.
the link. I'll send you the link later. And
Definitely.
yeah, we can
can-
share in our groups also.
yeah.
And maybe we can discuss a bit more about your collaboration with the city. And you mentioned this Kulttuurin kärkihanke. So could you explain to us what it is?
Yes, so it's this project that city of Turku has for every summer. I think it's like third year in a row now that they have like these empty spaces for like they give these for free for like different types of like cultural use, and then they sent us like some questions where we have to ask, and they asked us some questions, and we tell that if we get this place we would do this and this and this, and we can send applications to one place or all of them, and then like few months back or 1 month back they like released the list that who is having what and when, and same place can have like one collective or something like that doing something for like 4 months, or then some places can have like 10 different collectives being like 1 week each, so it varies a lot.
We should do this in the future.
Yeah, we should use it.
Yeah,
But
for a
so-
podcast or something would be really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I was thinking that now with all those projects and the Konserttitalo and like the Turku city, they start to know you now. Is it easy to ask this kind of thing from them to organize thing like you're always well received? You said that cities nowadays, it seems to you that after Corona, they are much more open-minded to rave and techno music. So
And now the left won the election.
yeah, so yeah.
More
So-
for social and youth also
Yeah.
youth projects.
So does it? Yeah. How do you feel now when you want to approach some officials or city people, or like, is it
Yeah.
always a bit stressing, or is it like?
No, it's not stressing at all because Vilho does all the
Okay.
Yeah,
You have good contact.
yeah, I have few, and actually, the people of the city of Turku are like the easiest ones to
Oh my.
collaborate because they have seen it, and they like know that people likes it, and like city also gets like compliments for doing these stuff. So it's like really easy to talk with them. Then in the other hand, like when I go ask some like what is this like vuokravälittäjä, the people who like
renting,
rent places.
You're giving me some hard words.
So when
Like
I
office
try to,
renting office.
yeah, exactly. The people renting them, they are like way harder to contact because every one of them has this like thing first in mind, and no, we don't want raves here because
Yeah.
it will destroy the place and it will be trashed and broken windows and stuff like that. So like for those, I have to really put everything in to like tell like everything good about the raves to convince them. But like city is now starting to be convinced, so it's lots of like easier to talk with them, and the talks can be like really open, and we can ask around and just ask for help or ask like, okay, we have this idea, what do you think where we can go, or could we go somewhere or something like that. So it's really easy with them now.
Oh yeah, that's really good that you don't have to fight against the
Yeah.
official to organize your thing, and that like you're welcome and.
Yeah, and you're the second project that we have in Radio Turku that is really supported by the city. So and that is doing it for 3 years in a row. I'm thinking about Fashin, who has also started with a small project and has been in Logomo last year. That is for me crazy. That it's so nice because it's created by people who love Turku, who have all their connections there, and it's creating also events for a large public. Creative events, and for instance, one of my dream would be that we have a movie festival in Turku,
That would be
because
great.
this is the thing that is missing. We have theater, now we have
Oh, there's
rave.
Finn Fringe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fin Fridge
shit.
for theater, yeah, that is great. Go in May if you haven't been yet, and it will be because in France, for instance, we really have this cinema culture. a lot of 48 hours contests. If you don't know what it is, it's like you spend a weekend making a movie. You have a prompt and you make the movie, and then you have a prizes ceremony. And for me, it's really something that is missing in Finland in general, this art cinema culture. And so for people who are inspired in the future, this would be my dream, to have a cinema festival
definitely.
or 48 hours
And
content.
instead of the golden branch that they give in Cannes, we would give a golden posanka.
Nice.
You haven't shared the numbers last time, but I would be so curious to know how many people came, and I don't know if you can. Or maybe a rough number of how many people you would expect during the weekend that you... Because it's so big, the place where you are organizing your future party.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't remember what Kivipaino, how many people we had there.
It's a secret.
Yeah. Emil just counted actually he counted like real data for his school project, for his lopputyö.
So you actually know the
Yeah,
number of
From
people.
Kivipaino, we know.
but I don't remember. I know for the last night, the closing night, it was something around 700.
Oh my god, in one night.
Yeah.
But of course it circled around, lots of people came early and left like midnight, and some people...
We didn't mark also all the people, of course.
Yeah, and some people came 6 a.m. or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like really varies how many people were there inside at the same time. But for Konserttitalo, the place's capacity is around 1,000 people. But of course... Well,
to
we are
fill it,
never say
you have
never.
to-
yeah. But I'm trusting that this will be an interesting project, and the names we have there, and
We will fill it up.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty.
Can't wait.
Can you
yeah.
remind the dates
Yeah.
for people who have not noted them?
Yeah, so the dates are 25th and 26th of July,
Nice.
and so it's two days. For both of the nights, we are going with the opening hours inspired by Kivipaino, so doors open at 10 and close at 8 a.m. And you can... We had some of these blind bird tickets, but they sold out immediately. And then when we release the lineup, we will also release more of the tickets, so you can buy like full weekend passes, or then you can just
Ooh la la.
get like Friday ticket or Saturday ticket.
And why Konserttitalo? I mean, where does this idea come from, and why this place?
Well, it's like
You do
What-
music, take it.
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, was it like for like some kind of confrontation, since it's more like for classical music? You wanted to show somehow maybe that any kind of music can belong.
yeah, and well, the idea of course came from city of Turku because of their Kulttuurikärkihanke project, and they have these places that they will send and like, do you want any of these?
Okay.
And then we checked them, and it was straight away that Konserttitalo was the best because, well, of course it's amazing to have rave there because it's not, it's like, it feels wrong.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, and that's why it feels right.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess.
And but of course we had to take in factor that Kivipaino was a like success on both of the times, so we need to have place that has like a big enough capacity for people to actually, because we know that there are lots of people who will come and want to come. So there is no reason that we get, because there were some places that capacity was like 40 people.
Yeah.
So that doesn't
Bit
like
limited.
yeah, bit limited. Of course, we can do something cool about that also, but you could also only choose one. So
mini rave.
yeah,
And actually, where about I asked you a bit about like anecdotes that happen during parties, but where is the weirdest or the most random place where you were DJs or you had a party? Can you think of it? Because last time Ziki shared about the underground party with people hanging from the ceiling. But maybe you had just random places where, like, I've heard many times that there are raves in the forest near the airport in Turku,
Yeah.
but it's still unclear the location to me. So maybe you had some random places where you're like, okay, I was not expecting to have a party there, but why not?
We will send you the location if you want. But
I'm not a big raver.
Yeah, but well, I haven't played in like any like really weird places. Only place actually that I have played that isn't like the ordinary is that me and one of Kivipaino Bosses guys, Niklas, we are doing this rave container thing in festivals.
Okay, cool.
So we had few times we have had like a container just dropped on the festival area, and it's like, well, this mini rave with like 20 people fitting in there, and
Oh,
like
that's
Yeah,
50
remember
minute sets
you
and
did
stuff like
mention
that.
you liked.
But
So you order a container just that
Yeah.
is cool also.
yeah, exactly, and then just put the lights and sounds there and do like 50-minute sets all over the festival day and stuff like that. And then, well, that's the most like unique place I have played in, but then I have been in few of these kind of raves like in the underground tunnels or stuff like that. But yeah, these real raves.
The hidden ones.
Yes.
For me, I don't know if it's weird, but under the bridge of Ruissalo, when the Ruisrock was, that was a very nice place to play. It started raining, so everyone had to gather
Oh,
Yeah.
gather in there, and it was kind of a relief for everyone that it was raining. They could listen to music still
Nice.
there.
that's cool.
Yeah. But talking about anecdotes, are there like crazy anecdote or something specifically you remember about the events you organized in the Kivipaino place last time?
Or in your parties in general, because I see that Ziki is traveling a lot, so, and it looks like Berlin, they have a bit
Yeah.
crazier stuff compared.
Yeah, but I'm since last time you were really advertising Kivipaino, I was wondering if like crazy thing has happened in
Yeah, crazy
Kivipaino,
things happen,
like-
and yeah, there is some like crazy stuff, and always like stuff happen that you don't expect. Like our door person at the door, Ryan, he was like he gave this when there was a like a big line and we couldn't let people in anymore. He decided to make a game there, so he gave these stickers to people. And he told them whoever jumps like highest and puts the sticker on the wall highest
Okay, cool.
will like get in quicker. And then of course he did it without like any, but he can do sometimes what he wants, you know.
That's a
it's the
good
team.
idea to
That's
wait
crazy.
also.
Yeah, and then when we came out, like after the events, there was this huge amount of stickers on the wall.
Oh, but that's
Yeah.
a cool one.
Yeah, definitely. But there is like many stories. Like one is like a more not so comfortable. But there was this one day when someone did like something more stupid. Like there was this time when I was the security guard that night because it was the beginning of the night before our others, or we had one security guard already that time. But someone climbed like up in this inside Kivipaino, inside the house. There is these stairs that take you upstairs,
Okay.
and we had like blocked it with like a huge wall. But I don't know, somehow someone just got up there, and someone just, I hear in the radio, hey, someone went upstairs, and I just immediately remember just running upstairs, taking the wire out of the radio because it kind of slows me down. It's
Okay.
all around my neck, so I just take it out and I just press it 2 times so I see the light from the radio, and I go upstairs and I felt like immediately like I'm in some movie, and I'm like, hello, is anyone here? Like upstairs, and it's like wooden floor. Then it's really risky. That's why we blocked it, and it was one of the rules that no one can go inside there. And we really covered it very well, so we have no idea how.
You always have people who don't respect the rules.
Yeah, and when I went there, the other guard came also, and we were like, there's nobody here. Then we are going down almost, and I see the shadow there, and I'm like, did I just see that? And I went a little bit like where the shadow was, and I see some guy just laying on the wall. He's like, like this, and just really
Hi.
drunk.
Like-
And I just take him from his shirt, and I'm like, get in here. What the fuck are you doing here?
Oh my
Like,
God.
yeah, and I was like, do you know what you're doing? Do you know how risky it is to be here?
You were like a mom. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was
it's
like,
a rave party.
what
but
am I
still.
doing? What did I do? What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah.
So he managed to get to an impossible place while being high. So that's even
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's the crazy part.
And it was the upstairs. If you want to go there, it's like stairs that are like really like
Steep,
this
yeah.
steep, yeah. And we had walls around it, and then on the staircase we also had this like wooden plank that was as wide as the staircase, so you couldn't take the stairs, but you have to like go up a slide like that. So, we had no idea how he managed to get
But
there.
sometimes high people do crazy stuff. Like
Yeah.
I know this dude in Turku. He rides like the bikes to do like tricks, jumping, and he does it like he cannot talk properly, but he can ride the bike and do tricks. And every time, like, how is it possible?
Nice. If that person
Like-
wants to come, he's welcome. You can ride a bike in our party.
Yeah,
For
That's-
sure, he has been to your parties.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've met him there.
Yeah.
But how can the human brain work?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
not work, but the physically part.
hijacks
it's crazy.
some.
Yeah. But this is life. Interesting stuff happen, and as long as there's no accident, then it's
Yeah,
really
for
good.
sure, for
We
sure.
are all happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But guys, it has been about 1 hour
No.
Yeah.
that we are discussing.
We can ask you guys questions now.
Okay.
We are switching the podcast now. We are.
Oh my.
What's the name of your podcast? Tell us.
Podcast.
It's your first training as host.
Oh,
Have you ever recorded a podcast where you were the host, actually?
No.
I have, but
well-
not professional. Or,
But
you
now
know.
you're professional.
Yes.
Oh, nice. I got the title.
Yeah, title now.
So like, wait, right now we are putting a jingle like Kiwi Pino podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
before we go to that, I just wanted to quickly say just one thing that was on my top of my head to talk about
Please.
was like the purpose of this all. Like, what is the purpose of like this whole rave things and stuff? And
Yeah. Okay. No,
you might
editing?
think like I have some good answer, but I don't think anyone has the answer. And sometimes I'm asking that from our crew. I'm like, do we do this for why we do this? You know, because sometimes you ask the question, you get one answer, but then you can always ask more, and it goes in the end to what is the purpose of life? You know, in the end, like if you just keeps on asking.
Okay.
And there is a lot of like, personally, for me, the reason is to have life. You know, when we are living in the daytime, it's nice to live in the nighttime also. That we have life, people, that we are not dead, all of us, in the nighttime. And it's just like, that's the main reason to keep people connected. But also like, when we have these events, sometimes when you can't get in for free, because this one is not free since there is so much cost, I like to do free events that the people that couldn't make it. So the purpose is just for people to experience that. And in the broader sense, like, hopefully one day we can do something like, I have seen many people do raves where they give the cost to some good charities. It's hard to know which charity sometimes, but I guess, that all comes to just want to do something good, in the end. But
That you
Yeah.
partied and you contributed. To.
yeah, to good
It's a
feelings,
Yeah.
Yeah, in the end.
Good vibes.
Yeah, and for me, it's like it started as a like fun thing, and of course it's a passion and stuff like that. But now, well, straight after the first Kivipaino, but also like the feeling has been getting stronger that we are doing like something right, and this is needed because we get so like good feedback and lots of thanks and stuff like that from people that they have been enjoying the events. So why should we stop if people are getting so much pleasure from them? So it's really needed in Turku right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, we need more common events that are in person. So
Yeah.
for me, party is one of the best way because it's also the easiest to access. For instance, if we are the last guests were from Turku together, and they offer a lot of art classes, yoga, etc. But it's a step to go to a class in a small number, to do an activity together. Even this is difficult. Going to a party, for a lot of people, it's easier because you're a bit in the dark. You don't really know who is in the team. I mean, it depends on on the mood. Some people like it better, but at least I think this is a context where a lot of people are feeling more comfortable because you have a bit this anonymity also. I don't know. Maybe Simon, it's not. You would rather go during the day or?
No. I mean, I agree with you. It just depends on the people. Some other people don't like the crowd, so they would not go there, and some people would. I mean, it depends.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's you need a bit for everyone.
It's true.
But the question is, in the end, like, what is the purpose? And this is for the viewers also. I would like to hear some purposes for the raves for you personally. But
true.
let's get back to the Radio Turku interview.
Can you do like a mini do and now we have the host.
So okay, that sounded like Superman more.
Radio Turku. Suomen